welcome to the show. Maybe Byron Luel, Chamoko Kuchin Bing.
Yeah, actually, I'm Kim Clarkson, aka Sultan. That's my name.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about how you started your music.
Well, this is music was just a long journey for me. It started back in 2016, professional recording. Started with a song called Nyanun Village. Yeah, it was a collaboration between me and Simbadiz, and we made another song called You the One. It was me, Simbadizi, and MT7. Yeah, until I get back to UG. Okay, I used to come here in holidays, then go back to Uganda, and that's where I started developing my music. But actually, I started music a long time ago, since I was a choir in the church, and I've been doing music, miming in professional levels. Yeah, maybe I won my first award. It was in 2012 in UG Teen Awards. It was usually organized by Mirinda.
Okay, when you were saying that you used to come here on the holidays and it's like you were in the school or something.
Yeah.
How were you managing the two?
Actually, music is just like leisure, you know that. And music can go with anything if you manage to play your card well. That is maintaining school and doing a little bit of entertainment. Yeah, that's how I managed them. During my holiday time, I used to do my homework and my music.
How do you feel? Because until now, people still call you Nyandun Village Star and international, but they don't talk about any other song.
Yeah, actually, it depends on the crowd, actually. Yeah, there are different crowd and different listeners in different way. And actually, I've been dealing with youth so much, and that's why you see those songs were catchy to both genders. And maybe I have other songs for some sector, or how do they call it, actually, some age group. And that's why you see those songs were just there, and they managed to catch. But I have a lot, like Yarwan. And
okay, like personally, do you feel so bad being called an old song star? Like you have new stars, you have new songs, but people, doesn't it aware you, or doesn't it remind you that you are not doing enough in your music?
Actually, it's the industry that we're in. Your first song is always the best in South Sudan.
Yeah.
They don't follow the current trend, or they don't follow the current music you're doing. So everything that we do, even though however much you make a song that can make more wave, they will not consider it. But your breakthrough, that's what they call you. And that one, I see it as just a minor excuse. But it's still, I have to make sure that I do work. I do more work, and I go ahead with what is called music.
What was your main intention of entering into music?
Actually, my main intention of entering music was just entertainment, edutainment, and also soul healing. And that's why I've been so much into love songs, love music, and that's all.
When you talk about soul healing, like you have been broken many times, or what exactly do you want to tell us?
Okay, that's not me as in me being broken. Yeah, I've been broken so many times. And I remember the first time they broke my heart, it was a nigger that used to sing. Yeah, I remember back in 2015 when I went to when I went to Botown. I had my girlfriend there. Now, to make matters worse, a guy just took my girlfriend because he was a musician.
So, are you, okay, what comes into my mind, or what may come into somebody's mind is like, so you are doing this to take over people's girlfriend or something? Or what exactly? Because yours were taken through music. Now, it's like you were for music because of revenge.
No. I was already doing it, but maybe mine wasn't enough. And I never told her that I was a musician. Maybe she would have not left. But due to that, My girlfriend was snatched by somebody that used to perform, a performer that you could see every time. That's how I live, how they dumped me. That's what I can say. But at the end of the day, I just say that I'm going to do this music personally at my capacity, and I do a little bit of peace and reconciliation, and much of my music is for youth. That is love, celebration, heartbreaks, and how
Tell us
that goes
about
on.
the Row of Sultan album.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother, for asking me about that. Row of Sultan album it's a row of Sultan. As me, as you see when I've introduced myself as Sultan. Yeah, so I'm rowing. If I do row, that's where I brought a song out called Nyabiling, and it's comprised of 13 songs. That was the first one.
Who's the sponsor of the album?
There's no specific sponsor of the album.
What do you mean?
Why? It's because there's, you know how our things go. It's all about we hustle audience. If we do had sponsors, it would have been easy. And we would have
Because
gone
there was a
far.
claim during that time. I'm not saying that, but there was a claim from Liveline Promotion that they are the one handling the whole album and all these things. Maybe you clear that claim or that doubt. Like many people knows that the Rule of Sultan was sponsored by Liveline Promotion.
Okay, actually, our album is diverse and it's having a lot of songs. Maybe Liveline has done more. His part actually of
When you say
recording.
maybe, is it maybe or he has done it?
He has done like 3 songs. Yeah, and that is under Liveline Promotion. And I have also from Giotto that he has done 2 songs, and we are going on with him with more songs actually. And and let me clear the hair that Row of Sultan is already a full album written, and much of the songs are in the studio. It was just due to, you know, some kind of up and down. As you know, comes with its own surprises. So I just managed to stay back, and I spent 1 good year and a half when I was busy doing other things. That's
So what are you telling us about Row of Sultan? Because it has never been launched. Like many people are still waiting. It's just that song come like singles, and then people will like, okay, is it an album or single?
Yeah, actually, it's an album, but you know, as our music doesn't sell when it's launched officially. It might be that 1 song, that 2 songs, but at least it's always good just to make sure that you launch in a sequential kind of format. That's what I do. So I do launch in a sequential kind of format, and that's what I do best. I don't want to just release an album in a full way, in a full range, because we do know how our industry is going and how it's affecting us. You know, at the end of the day, we do not expect anything in return. But what we do, we are just trying to grow the new audience, at new capacities, and at different levels. Yeah, so that's why I just decided to do my launching in a
You
sequential.
personally, yeah, like if you become honest to yourself and answer this question, has your target been achieved? The reason why you entered into music, has it been achieved or not yet?
No. It's a long way, and that's not my target. My target is 2% of what I've done.
If you think your target is already 2% down than the 100 part, why don't you quit music?
Actually, music is not quittable.
Why? If you stop
Music-
producing, you have quit. If you
Okay.
stop talking about music, you're out. You tell, if they call you on the stage, you say, no, I'm out of music. If you think, because it's been a long way, you said that you started it in 2016. Now we are in 2023. And you are 2%. Don't you think it's even useless to do music?
Okay, actually, you have a good point. But in my brother, when it comes to to making music, it's too hard for you to quit. You know, it takes some people 20 years
To quit music.
to actually to sell in music to where you want to be. And some people are contented with where they are. Why I say that it's 2%. Okay, when it comes to South Sudan, maybe I might have my own radar that I've already made. But there's a bar that I want to reach. And there's a bar we won't reach as South Sudanese that we have not yet unlocked.
Now you personally, what are you doing to make sure you reach that limit, or you change from 2% to at least 30 or 40, or what are you doing personally in your music?
In my music?
What are you doing?
Okay, like just embarked myself in engaging youth, empowering them at my little capacity, and we are trying to gain the ground by fusing different sectors of entertainment together. That is at my capacity. So in a long run, it's going to pay both of us, be it entertainment, be it sport, and be it in a different way, like in culture. So we are trying to gather these people, and we move as a whole body. And it's going to help South Sudan at large.
Is the moment already on the ground, or it's about to start?
The moment is already on the ground.
What has it done so far?
We have already gathered some children. We are trying to do what is called generational cut. You know how our thing has been, how our country has been, especially where we are right now. That is the best in Chilkat. We have been having a lot of fear groups, whereby it has actually engaged many people. That's why we have narcotics that have been introduced. We have like the morphine drug, and where there is a heist, and we have alcohol, and actually we are getting more kids that are more engaging in destructive kind of way than being positive. So how are we going to engage these young kids, and how are we going to engage these people? This is what we are in, and we are already having, my brother, we are already having like 1,200 kids. And it was last year we were around 600. But right now we are gathering them to at least give them a directive way of going forward. That is following new path. At least like we have to make sure that if it's not only the pen, but even some labor skill work, like football. Football can help at the end of the day, and if 1 or 2 people make it to Europe, they can be able to support, be it at the family level, be it at the community level, and be it at the friendship level. So if we do engage these young kids in a good way, and we engage them in a good path, I think at the end of the day, this music is going to pay.
Yeah, just to add on more things that have been running around, especially Shirkat or jungle estate music, there's a lot of controversies coming out saying that jungle music is full of scrap, it's useless, like anybody can just think it's a musician and do this and do that. You, at your own capacity, can you really select some of the few artists you think that they're in music in a wrong way?
Now,
why are you trying to say there are no scrap in the music industries?
Yeah, actually there are no scrap. Everybody,
Why do you think so?
Okay, I think so because everybody is at his own capacity, and maybe that person was singing for that label that he has achieved, and that's where it belongs. And there's nobody that is a scrap when it comes to music, because what you do is just portraying your art, be it in a negative way or positive way, or even somebody might have no voice, but at the end of the day, his music is going to be selling more than the one that is having the voice. And there's that person that is having the voice, but it doesn't have good lyrics, and his music is selling too. So each and everybody has his own capacity. And let me say, to me, I'm having my own capacity of music and where I want to achieve it, and that's why I told you my music has not yet started. To others, I will not feel offended that I do not recognize their work, but they are at their levels. So they are at their levels of music.
What do you think could be done to like improve the music of South Sudan?
Okay.
At your own level,
okay,
or at any level.
Okay, at my level, South Sudan music at its stage, it's too hard because we also consider the population. The music is now online, but the number of people that are online are too few to give us what is called the total amount that we do want, to give us what we want, the fruits of the labor that we do work for. It's not yet there because of the population. Yeah, we do know also we have that inadequate education. That's why we get our we get limited people that are online. They are expert about. They are having that less knowledge about internet. They have less knowledge about other world, and that's why you are seeing our music is just based on our kind of situation. Like even if, when it comes to Jonglei music is based on its own culture and tradition. The same thing if you go to the Upper Nile region, everybody is basing on its own. Even Equatoria is basing on its own. So now, how are we going to gather these people here? It needs a lot of us. It needs many of us, and it needs each and every artist to make sure that you get engaged and you involve yourself. That's what I can just say. So it's a long work.
If you look at South Sudan now as a nation, who could you think would be the ruler of all the artists? Whom do you think is on if people talk about South Sudan, who comes into your mind in the music industry?
Yeah,
and why?
Actually, nobody comes into my mind.
What do you mean?
Why I say it so? It's because we do not have the Wizkid, we do not have the Davidos, and we do not have the Diamond Platinums here. We do not have the Chameleons. Why I say it so? It's because we also see the waves. And we do not have the Teddy Afro. When Ethiopia comes into your mind, Teddy Afro comes into your mind, right? The same thing if you go to Uganda, the first person that will come into your mind is Chameleon. When you go to Nigeria, that is it. But even in UK, Ed Sheeran will come into your mind. But in South Sudan right now, we don't have that person that is.
If you say you don't have somebody, and John Frog is already on top, Kim Swag is there. There are a lot of artists that have made it.
It's not
Doesn't
that
it look like you are trying to boycott their fame or something?
No. It's not that I'm boycotting their fame.
Then why would
it's
you
not that
say
I don't recognize their work, and that's why I said we are not yet, as a country at large, we are not yet where we are supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. I do recognize the hard work of John Frog. He has done good. The same thing to Kim Swag. He has done good. And to me, I still view our music that we have not yet reached where we are supposed to be. No anybody among us has already made a successful event. Exception of South Sudanese in Uganda attending your shows, South Sudanese in Australia attending their shows. Apart from South Sudanese in Kenya attending our shows, if you count head to head, you'll find at the end of the day we have not yet done an achievement. That's why I said our music is yet to reach. Like when Omale came here, how many Nigerians are here? But you find he has made it. Even Ruga, this young kid of yesterday, he has already made waves. So this is it.
Don't you think that it is the work of promoters to make sure that the artists make waves?
Yeah, it's their work actually.
And would you blame a particular promoter or promotion for not doing their work?
No, I won't blame anybody because I don't know anybody. I know I actually I don't know anybody who's doing promotion. Yeah, that's why I won't blame anybody. But if they are to come,
are you trying to tell me you have not heard about K2 promotion? You have not heard about Aguero? You have not heard about Liveline? After doing you 3 music, don't you think you are not grateful for such kind of answer to come out of you when you know exactly a promotion sponsored 3 songs from you?
Okay, now let me narrate this to you. There are difference between artist managers, and the promoters. Much of our so-claimed promoters are artist managers. Yeah, they don't have a specific promotion they do. Yeah, like when you go to Uganda, you'll find somebody like Balam. He's a promoter. He's having big sound system. Yeah. He's having a lot of event organizing that he does, but you will never see him participating as a manager, right? So much of our guys here, maybe they are event organizers, and they do claim that they are promoters, but they are not. Yeah, what I can just say that I can term them as artist managers and event organizers. Mini event organizers, not the mega one.
If you get an opportunity to do a collab, whom will you do within South Sudan?
What I can just say that if it's within South Sudan, then you do not call it an opportunity.
No, let's just leave that big one. Let's first do it like within the country. Whom will you go for?
Actually, Let me see. I'm yet to find somebody to do a collaboration.
Are you trying to say all the artists in South Sudan,
Yeah.
they have not met the level you want, or what
Yeah.
do you mean?
Actually, like what
or
I
you
say,
don't know any artists in South Sudan?
I did one with one of the guys that I used to see at my younger age. That was me and MT7, of course. So I think that one is enough. It was by then. And by now, maybe I'm going to see who to do a
If you are
collaboration
given another chance to think whether to do the collaboration you did with MT7 again or not, what would you say?
Just say that if you give yourself a chance to invite them to do a collaboration with you, actually like a collaboration
No, the
kind of
song that you have already done. If you were reversed back, and then now like this, you have not done the song yet, and then you have that. Would you allow this collabo to happen, or you will say no? Let me cut this collabo out.
By now,
Yeah.
if it's now,
If it was supposed to be now. Yeah.
actually I would say, I would still continue doing it with him.
And why did you choose him anyway? Out of all the artists,
I
in South
chose
Sudan,
him.
musician.
Okay, I chose him because of his work rate. Yeah, the guy has been phenomenal. We have been seeing him at a angle that he can take us somewhere. Yeah, and he was young by then, competing among the old men, and he managed it at his time.
What happened to the song?
Actually,
Because a lot of people don't know about that song,
Yeah,
including me.
yeah, it was a long story, as you know. As good songs do come in, our community went into, how do they call it, singing in dialects. So that song was in English, and by then, you see, there was a time whereby English was valuable, right? But when it came to 2017, 18, 19, 20 up to now, Dinka language has been dominant, Arabic has been dominant, Nuer has been dominant. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Now English is less. We have a lot of good songs in English, but they are not selling because we have give deaf ears to them.
Many people are saying, what is wrong with Kim? Like other people have sung for their ladies, for their community, and for people around them. And Kim has nothing. Like completely nothing.
You see?
Are you trying to ignore your community? Are you trying to say you are more than your community, or your level is really high that you cannot go down and praise people in the community, or what exactly?
No. Like when it comes to music, everybody does his own in a different way. For me, I'm working at my capacity, using my own labor force to give back to my community. So I do not see a reason of me again using my voice again to give back to the community or single out specific girls or specific ladies or specific personnel. I've just embarked myself in working with the youth in the community at my capacity, and I don't want to sing for them since I'm already doing this. Yeah.
Okay, now you're trying to tell me that all the musicians that have been singing for their community have done nothing to their community, so they're using music to get to where you are in your community.
Actually, this is it now. This is what I can do. Now we have come to the point. Now let me take you back to a little bit of Dinka, and I'll give you back to where we want to. You know, Kenera Loyla, I know that community lawyer chain, Kanara Lui community lip. So I've decided to have a community development chain, ko loy kagwin ko loy engage at my capacity at Chana Guangoloy. I go to suppose by loy can you pan I go loy cake. I chain.
Don't you think a failure do kin fanan? Because in one London you loy kin fanan naked back community back. Other fanani na ilo to an extent, alu kitchen, and they also staying for their community.
No.
Don't you think a failure knowing? Or is it that you are unable to write a song for your community? Like working for your community, actually enough. Another way like alu you quit music because community will be supported and guleki music chibila lewe.
Yeah, you know, I think music is impossible. Even Louis dear community that we can record right now, maybe I might be there. I might even sing. You see? Because the community are local. Community which Panano Children organized can must be chola channel. Kitoya, actually music is difficult because we can do sing. a little bit achira panan as a banana chin impossible no ngin ke chol general impossible live ko ache gad yen live gad na lwel ke bu gor ke dite wala ke bu ker wala ke bu cha ka to e juro keri joto e jalu depend can who you want, where are you taking your ego to. My ego anti pura cha goran go goranda go pion is that only a crime gonna aya you a crime. You see, okay,
it's more like a jealousy.
Jealousy. Okay, like you see, capacity of ego.
Now that actual base is like maybe walk to an end, almost an end. But latest song, Balkubes. Can you walk exactly? What was your intention for that song?
Actually, I had to pay that, and that's why I said. When actual music, it's all about new creativity, new trends, and new ideas. You see, when we come to about ideas, a situation to think what about. So, Chimani nyale biti kulelo ko kada na yo yen kulelo yiniko kadwe nong AC undu kanong kidan AC air condition when you kujala transport kaben royin tina ko ada capacity to right now Nigeria are ready to bram giracha or burger motor so ada capacity chirikati win na chukuleo so kede kaya jati kulelo ni rekda na kaya bal ko beso ba kana le bal ko bes
tinangi that in level do inchi ka ken ga bagala kan in kurinya
I want
you in your court one ben can requirement I ben can requirement nya I ben can anong the den ko ben transport ko ke kwang e sibele why do you did the unchiro pelpen you tina ja wo you can say that you can be able to do that
I want I get and can ke chol yen ga bajale in my brother ke chol dior che de no dior no ga no materialistic no kod ni raba chen no yin ya think so e jalu depend kan nyan ja yo at that time at that moment ku dangya da ke chol go ka chi bu pole na chi dong chi ma tura ku chi thik to gen ga ben gok to a chan kan e kur kre ben kan yan le ku le ku du yen yer wale bal ku bes chan ai bal ku bes ka de ga gam ye kuna ga de yen yer ka de yu gam ni yer kuna ga chi la weti ken ga tane so imba kon ju ba du chi na ma so kelele you only call when it's about to rain. Kwangia inte sure my love for you. So man chena sure and well maybe no nyana lu dedi chirkat wal nyana ndo botan wal yang yung ana yani rod gam. Yating. So you can rojo loy walk where rojo loy time. Na chideng chiko but when ba ka UN. Which mean ana ara no balgo bes. Achi be ban near kan.
Ano de china lele ya lele la. Kieni na korchuk. I know they are dear. How do you know that? Inga jadi exactly. I know Rurken cock lock in. How did you know that? Don't you think nothing any kind of which you are even natural music which you are don't you think caliber relationship don't live real?
Oh, when you are singing, can jam with experience. Quran a little jam. Ke krem ya kol o in jam ke kerwan mu de jamin tin pile ba jam ke chilu ya pen to anybody chi to kana ya nin ke yang ko anong to tun chi ran ben do ato kwa nong to da woni ran da
we media che ko ga dire yen yelai or what
okay jalu out of the experience ti tun che chima de tun ja de chima na le na kul ku le taw ke ma lion pinyi tin no mele ku to gen to ma ka ja do ti tun ja do ne ku de no tun de ba do kwa chira no to ko wi da ji do so jati so kan this is all about yen ke bal ku bes ken ke de yen yer ku je wala ye taje
okay e wa bay tin didn't you care? Don't care because in Fanan, we got banong did in the market.
It's actually like it's a future prediction. Experience out of the environment. Yeah, I've experienced it in the environment, and it has gone to the extent. Workman right now, everything is I core kutonyen catch kwa core materialistic baganyot iPhone e ben get something big kujela lu achen e ben get big kuni wi ko bugere every time kada ye dang de kijero ba lu ken ka kirolo e kelo right now, it's happening right now. Kuna chi community dialogue chiri ni kai ka chidia rake ke lu portray out achana gora na kene der budut kuranda ngi che do already binyi kene kita lu experience. You know, our community is evolving at the fastest rate. Kawante ali unawaka bibu keki na cultures, traditions wali unawaga achuka lu adapted, and that's why it's always good to channel go recording songs kubikito, because that's why the only way you walk you get data lu restore or data you restore in that kind of way. Yeah, can I think it's something that is happening kwa more kibro loy kwa dia kibro loy in the near future. So it can done both.
Ko wace muja bana kan kin ya kim na tirani nuwayo tibber die yinga
tien you see like
rani piji malol bajalo yinga ka loyan kim yenga Kim Clarkson yenga ki luro to explain it.
You see I can explain myself in a different way.
The most simplest way. Yeah, which way le Benny Rolo explain to such a person? Kim yenga, jamangi Kim engade.
Okay, there's only one Kim. Kim Chirmandiana, Kim is Panagi. Could yet could talk and in Kenuke embrace a Kim Nia Kenyarotakana. Kim Dang a Kim Louis community. I work with every community, society, and I work with every youth in different levels, and that's the Kim I do know. And I Kim Sultan. Yeah, so I can explain in different ways, and that's why Yan and Kim and this is why and I am.
Last message and what you want Junubin to do, said that they make music a great thing. Chimanto in Nigeria, Chimanto in Uganda, Chimanto in around the world, music I cherish or I support.
Yeah.
Maybe in 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Summary to universe.
Yeah, actually, music is something big. But music will change gradually. There's a time and Mr. P channel post those days and Igbo artists. From Igbo artists go bank artists regional. I want to bank artists regional. Kacha bank Nigerian artists. I'm good to be Japan war international artists. You see, so now book tingi chirigana. Music is gradual. So be what I'm going to be young. Music is gradually. But I can't you want to get in career thing. We have to make sure that the new level balu unlock. Yeah, we need actual full force. Which means all other the 64 tribes have to work together. We have to understand each other and we have to embrace each other, despite of the differences. Despite of the levels of communities, so we have to make sure that we accept each other and we embrace each other. That's the only way when artists can progress. Because we can preach out, artists kuchigen loy. Then who are work in progress. Because na chiranche goal be a sectional artists kule cogitan, which means at the end of the day, ethnica ben coaching, kwachi ko be letwe. But na yera non hope kule yen banana bedi ko buku loyla, wo mi akol wo kana bu loyla. So kayen ka ake ko so artistry achi kudu ito. You goal panduan. Jaler panduan kaler community level and jaler community level kaler kechol regional level. Approve jaban kechol country level. So yerani ngi using yellow achi ko achi kede tok ekeran ban. Yeah. Ko ran ngi chi bia offended na chiran din community delo. My work there, a goal at the community level is giving back to their community. Channel, we're not randomly give back to the community. And give back to the community using them. So, Kapu, a book artist, and we are going to work with it. Book a lawyer, so that was my last message, and thank you so much.